Hi, I'm Hill Avery, and this is my Saturday message to you. Have you ever felt like your mistakes were beyond God's reach, or you felt like you're invisible, you feel rejected, you feel unappreciated? I think I meet more of those people who I just described, than anybody else. And I don't know if it's because in my own soul, like I know I struggled with that for years because of how I grew up. But I know that the Lord has healed me. So I'm just wondering if I'm drawn to these type of people because these are the people that I relate to. And then I think about Jesus when he was on this earth and he was preaching the kingdom. And he didn't automatically go to the scholars or those who were dignified or those who were in a great position. He literally went to the people who were rejected, felt outcast, felt invisible to society, who were really just like poor in spirit. And I think about that, and here's the message: Jesus is still the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I'm healed from those feelings, but I want you to know it is absolutely 100% doable and possible. I can't tell you how much I appreciate who Jesus is and his word, and the fact that I'm able to read it every single day and be comforted by it and just have this feeling of peace in my soul. And every day, the enemy will come and attack you in your mind, always reminding you of your past through people, just through your thoughts. But you are not your thoughts. And the people who constantly bring up your past to you, you know what? Welcome them and remind yourself. Let them be reminders of where God has brought you from. And at the same time, exercise compassion, because how dare they, right? They're so limited in their thinking that the only thing they can bring up is your past, not seeing who you are. There's hope. There's hope. Jesus is still here through people like myself and so many others. The kingdom is still near. The kingdom is at hand. You can still today, right now, is an opportunity for you to turn it all around. Because you're not your thoughts. You're going to always have those thoughts, but now when I have them, I just remind myself of where God has brought me from, and I take myself back to places like this because it's evidence of who I am today. And I love you. I don't know you, but I definitely have a universal sister love for you, and you deserve everything that God has in store for you because he has so much. You're made in his image, and that means he doesn't make mistakes and he can't fail. You know, God's word is a covenant, and a covenant is a promise, which is the reason why God can never lie. Not for anything that we've done, but just by his own namesake. God's word is a covenant. It is a promise. He made it to Adam. He made it to Eve when they fell spiritually. The promise that her seed would be enmity with the enemy seed, a woman's seed rather, and then Adam to work by the sweat of his brow. And then Abraham, God made that covenant that he will bless his seed as numerous as the stars. And he made a covenant with Noah that he would never flood the earth. And then he made a covenant through others, but he also made that covenant with Jesus, that by his stripes we are healed, and we are healed from the inside out. Jesus was wounded for our iniquities. Wounded is an internal, right? Unforgiveness causes a wound to fester inside of you because you block yourself off, you isolate. Unforgiveness, anger, resentment, detachment, bitterness, envy, all the things that is not of God. Those are wounds inside your soul that need to be healed. And so that's what Jesus died for, to heal your inner man and to renew you by his blood, to give you a new bloodline. So regardless of what you was born into physically, you can be born again into the family of God, the family of Jesus, where all your needs will be met on a consistent basis. Listen, I am telling you it's true. It's true. It is so true. And you deserve that, to know that, to feel that, to live beautifully and live creation.